Well, we're here at Ballacottier School for quite an interesting lesson with a difference. I wish these things happened when I was a kid, but we've got representative from the MUA here and also the head teacher of Ballacottier. Really, and I've just watched a bit of it, we can show some pictures. You're showing people how electricity are made and getting them engaged with that, but cleverly you're also here with a message.
Yes, we're here to sort of explain sort of how we make electricity, and once we've made the electricity, how we actually distribute that to people's properties on the island. And so there's sort of two messages really. One, sort of science can be quite good fun, and hence we have like lots of models rather than just talking about it. It's a lot easier to do experiments, make circuits. And but the message is to basically keep away from our equipment. It is very dangerous. And so we do have that safety message for the kids as well, that whenever you see any of our buildings, any of our equipment, it does have that danger to it, which could result in a serious injury or, in the worst cases, death.
The children seem very engaged.
Extremely engaged. We're really pleased that John's come here this morning because it all started from Inspiring the Futures initiative, which is an initiative about getting employers into the classroom to talk about the jobs that they do, not just employers, actually, anybody. And John picked this up and ran with it. And this morning we've had all sorts of people in classes talking to children about the jobs that they do. So we've had a water engineer, we've had an IT engineer, we've had John, of course, doing electricity with the children. And there's some other people coming in during the week. We've got an optician coming in, we've got somebody coming in from business. So it's just really taken off. And this is the primary futures part of Inspiring the Future initiative.
So just to spark some sort of, spark some idea with people what they might want to do, get some interest in that?
Absolutely, because children of this age, we just want them to know that there are different jobs out there other than being a movie star or a pop star or a footballer. We want them to know what else is out there and let them hopefully spark a little bit of interest in them in different jobs. And particularly over here, engineering is an area where we are very short of engineers on the island, and we thought John and I thought a day of engineering for children would be really beneficial.
And John, some of the models you brought here, fascinating. I mean, you're showing some steam generation, even what you got back at the MUA's generation plants, things I never thought about, like an aircraft jet motor.
That's right. We have like the science model, so we can talk about it and we can see sort of generators working, we can see motors turning. So we do our little science lesson to start with, where we've all made our circuits, we've made electricity, but then it's trying to get that across how we actually do it in our power stations. So we have a number of models. We have sort of models of diesel engines, which we have. We also have the jet engine, which is basically part of our gas-fired power station.
Fascinating that was.
So it is actually, we're using, instead of the sort of jet engine to propel a plane along, we're actually using the waste heat from that to sort of drive a generator instead. And that leads on into the steam turbine, because we then recover the hot gas to create steam, and we run a steam turbine as well. So that, hence the model. We've got our sort of steam boiler, we've got our hot water boiler and our steam turbine as well. And now that we've merged electricity and water on the island, we've expanded this now to bring in the water side of the business. And so with that, we're going to be sort of talking about the water cycle, filtration, and we also have a hydro electricity plant as well. So we've got a model of that as well. So we're developing this all the time.
Okay, well, I know this will be going on to many more schools now. Great. Before we finish, we had a chance to talk to some of the children just to get their views on what they've been through here this morning. What did you get out of today?
How electricity works.
Yeah. Wasn't it interesting about the thing about not touching overhead wires? I thought that was interesting, yes?
Yes.
What did you learn about that?
Not to touch wires.
Because?
Because you could get electrocuted.
Yeah, and it could easily happen, couldn't it? If you had a kite or something like that and you kind of get tempted, but you'd think twice now, would you then?
Yes.
What do you think of the whole thing?
It's really interesting.
Yeah?
And with the big vault thingy, you learned not to throw things at it.